Do you suck hot ass at Rainbow Six Siege? Alright, that question was a little bit too provocative, but y'all get the point. In this video, I'll present to you 5 defenders that you need to play in order to reach champion. And you could trust me because I am a 2 times console champ and about to be 3, and I don't even play the game that often, and that's very evident in my aim.
Friendly's victorious.
Anyways, enough yapping, and let's get on to the list. Alright guys, for the first operator that I think that you guys need to learn for defending is Cade. Or Kaid, I don't know, I'm just going to say Cade. But this operator is really essential for you to learn because he's one of 2 of the only operators that can actually electrify the wall. The other being Bandit. But the reason why I show you guys Cade is because not only can Cade Bandit metal walls where he can actually do 2 at a time. Well, actually 3. He could do 3 if there's one to the side, as long as you place the Cade in the middle. But he also could Cade hatches, which Bandit could do, but I mean, you have to be like in Retarded, like in Cobblestone 5 if you're putting a Bandit on a hatch. So right here, you can even hide your Cade, but like you could put in hatches, and that will prevent the attackers from, like, you know, habaning the hatch or whatever. But yeah, you guys probably already know that about Cade, so I'm gonna show you guys the sauce. So just want to summarize real quick. Cade is really important because you need to get the walls and hatches in most sites. So you probably always need a Cade or at least a bandit, probably preferably a Cade. Like every round that you play, definitely in higher elo too, stopping hard breaches from getting the walls. But yeah, let me show you some tech now. So first thing I want to show you guys is that when you're placing your Cade claws, you want to place it not on the top, not on the bottom, but actually in the middle of one of the single walls of the double reinforcement. Now the reason why you want to place it here is because when attackers go to EMP, I mean if it's a Thatcher, then there's no point. If there's a Thatcher, then there's no point of, because the Thatcher's gonna get the Cade. But if they're using impact EMPs, I mean think about it. Let's go to the other side of the wall. If they're using impact EMPs, I mean, if I'm using impact EMPs, the first thing I'm EMPing is probably the floor right here. And if I don't get the Cade claw from there, then I'm probably gonna do the top because those are the most 2 common spots for the Cade. But if you impact EMP both of those places, which let me show you really quick. Alright guys, so you can see right there, the Cade claw is right there, and I got one of my goons to demonstrate this. So can you place impact EMP into common places? So one right there doesn't get the wall, and place one on the bottom. That was not the bottom. Alright, well you guys get the point. If you would have impact EMP the bottom, then you would have not got the Cade claw. Rarely do you see people impact EMP the middle. But yeah. So some other tech, and also I forgot to mention this, so I'll mention this right now. You probably want to be running Cade shotgun with C4 because although Cade can Cade the barbed wire and the deployable shield, it's not really too useful. You're probably barely going to use that. And so you probably want to bring C4, and then you also want to use the shotgun to make rotates like this. You can just make holes, quickly make rotates. You can make head holes, feet holes. You know what I mean. So that's probably the class setup you want to be running. Also, shotgun's really good now because they buffed it. It does like 80 damage. But yeah, let me show you guys some more K-Tech. So some other stuff that you guys need to know is you want to be shooting holes inside walls so you can hear the other side better. So let me demonstrate that really quick. So right here, we have this wall and it has no holes in it. And Striker, can you like move around a bit? So you guys hear him moving around Trophy. You guys could barely hear him probably. The only reason why you guys could probably hear him. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let me barricade this and let me see if I can still hear him. Alright, move around now. Yeah, you could barely hear him move around Trophy. And now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some holes right here. And I'm going to reinforce this. And let's see how loud we can hear him now. Alright, start moving. See? He's much louder now. I could clearly distinguish the sound. So you guys want to be making holes in reinforcement. Like before you reinforce it, make the holes and they're much louder. You can hear them. It is especially useful for the next tip I'm about to show you. Yeah, let's get to that right now. Alright guys, so now the attacker is playing Thatcher right now, and what I'm gonna do is, can you break the barricade? I just want to demonstrate the whole strategy. Did he break one slit? Wait, let me check. Oh wow, I didn't even hear anything. Okay, interesting. Alright, and wait, let me re-barricade that. I want to see the difference when I make a hole. Alright, break it now. Oh wow, that is a big difference. Alright, well, as you guys can see, I can now hear the player on the other side, so that's that shot again. But the main reason why I wanted to do this is because I'm going to show you guys how to Cade trick. This is really helpful for Thatchers trying to get the wall. And yeah, so let me show you guys. So I'm going to place the Cade real quick. So you guys are probably going to want 2 Cades in your pocket, and so let me show you. So place a Thatcher. Alright, so as soon as the Thatcher goes out, oh, I just messed it up there. Ignore what I just did. As soon as the Thatcher goes out, you want to place another Cade, and as you can see, while that, so yeah, if you place another Thatcher, you can just keep placing Cades down. But you can see that this Cade, me placing another Cade, goes off faster than the EMP going off. So that's really helpful for quickly, you know, getting the Cade back up in the wall instead of waiting for the EMP to, like, you know, fix itself. And now most of the time, get the thatch or get the ace or the thing on the wall. But yeah, so that's how you Cade trick. The only really counter to it is if they place 2 Thatchers off the bat. But not a lot of people know how to do that. And that'll probably like get you enough to champ. Because champ elo, they know how to counter Cade tricking, not really in the lower elo lobbies. But yeah, the last thing I want to show you guys really quick on Cade, and I know it's a lot of tech, I kind of didn't know Cade had this much tech, is if you're like ever in a situation where let's say you don't know where the enemy is, I'm just going to place a Cade on the wall, and the Thatcher is going to run into the wall, and you're going to hear this noise. If you hear that noise right there, then you know that they hit the Cade on your wall, meaning that you know where they are, and then you can, you know, take your one, whatever. That's just another way to use sound to your advantage using Cade. But yeah, that's everything for Cade, and let's get on to the next defender. Alright guys, so for the 4th defender that I have to show to you is Valkyrie. And let me show you guys what you guys are doing wrong with Valkyrie. So first of all, you guys want to learn Valkyrie because she's a really good intel op. She's basically the only operator other than Echo that can really like get that intel using cams. But she has 3, unlike Echo. And also if you want to include Maestro, but like Maestro, his cams are pretty easy to spot. But yeah, so Valkyrie, her cams make no noise whatsoever, 360 view. And let me show you guys. So you guys see this cam spot right here? Yeah, I never want to see you do this. The attackers are so obviously going to be able to shoot this as long as they just drone out properly. Think you saw the drone? I think you saw the cam. All they have to do is just drone out. As long as they look around the room, easily going to be able to see the Valk cam. And although that Valk cam gets a lot of intel, that's the problem with it. There's a low risk, but also lower. I mean, there's a high risk, but also high reward. It's not really good though, because it's high risk. So let me show you guys some better Valk cams. You guys want to be placing your Valk cams in more secret places. So like right here, probably want to place. If you wanted to place one trophy, what I would do, I'd probably place it like a low area where, because defenders are going to be looking up, not really going to be looking low. But also you got to consider drones as well, so that's why you have to hide it like behind obstacles. So if I were you, I would probably place your cam either right behind this box right here, because you need to be at a specific angle to see it, and it still gets a decent amount of intel. You can see the feet of the players. Or you could place it on lights, because Valcams actually camouflage with lights, if you guys didn't know. So if it's going to be lighting up bright blue, and they're not going to be able to really see it real good when it's camouflaged with the light. And also kind of like fits in with the light, you know, people might mistake it for that. But yeah, basically what I'm trying to teach you guys is you want to place Valcams in low risk but low reward places, because if you place it in high risk, high reward places, then they're going to be able to see it, obviously spot it really quickly. I mean, if you see a hole in the wall, It's probably a Valcam there, if you guys want to know that. But yeah, so always place it low places, but also in like places that's hidden behind objects, so that although you can't really see a lot, you can still extract information without your Valcam being shot. So before I'm done with Valkyrie, I just want to show you guys some Valcam spots. So right here in Oregon, on just like example, you can place it beneath this lamp right here, and let's be honest, nobody's seeing that Valcam spot. I mean nobody. And if you go on your cam right here, you can see their entire feet, and that shows low risk, low reward, because although you can only see their feet, they also just can't see your Valcam whatsoever. Look at this clueless Blackbeard, has no idea where the cam is. Where's the cam? No, it's not there. Nah, I didn't break any holes there either. He's looking hard. Oh, did you finally find it? He can't find it. Yep, it's beneath there, but realistically, nobody's taking that long to find one Valcam. But yeah. Last tech that I want to show you guys, obviously you guys already know this one. It's just Valkyrie C4s, so let's see. Let's just put my Valcam, let's say, I think this light should be fine. Actually, no, let me place it, I'll place it right here because the light will cover it. And it's also under that. So actually, let me place that better if I can. I'll place it like right here. Alright, now I'm gonna show you guys. So I'm gonna place a C4 right under there. And obviously you want to be running Valk C4s. If you're not, then what are you doing? Alright guys, and so you guys can C4 attackers from below. So you can place a pre-place C4, and when the attackers try to plant, so you can use this for plant denial. So he's planting on attic door. He doesn't even know I have a Valcam on him. I can just use my pre-place C4, and there you go, free kill every time. And you don't even have to do it for plant denial. As long as like you put a C4 in a common place, then you can get free kills just like that. So that's everything for Valkyrie, and let's get on to the next defender. Alright guys, for the third defender that you guys need to learn, it's Skopos. Now the reason why you guys want to learn Skopos is because she's going to train up your skills to roam. Skopos is a roamer. And yeah, so let me show you guys how to play her. So you have two robots that you can switch in between. And right here I have one of my Skopos in armory, and she's really good for positioning wise, practicing your positioning, and they can really trick the attackers. So right now my Skopos is hidden in armory in the corner. You'll be surprised about how much people don't check corners, especially when there's Skopos there, because it kind of camouflages in. And as you can see, this attacker right here, he's droning. He doesn't see the Skopos, so he's going to get off his drone. And I can switch. He doesn't know I'm in armory. That's an easy kill right there.
Friendly's victorious. Hostiles eliminated.
So you could basically use Skopos to catch people off guard. Even if they don't even drone, I mean, if you hear the attacker come by, you could quickly switch, take that one. The Skopos doesn't make too much, like, it's not like a distinct noise where they're going to know automatically that you switch. They might hear it, but you'll be surprised about the amount of people you catch off guard. Here, I'll play a clip right here of a real rank game on how I did that. Yeah, they're in garage.
Yep.
It's a finca. There's two garage. We're in garage. Should I switch? Wait, can you hear when you switch or no?
Yeah, but it's not too loud.
What's up,
Not too
Todd?
loud.
They're like right next to my Skopos, so I'm a fuck.
Just wait for one of them to get on like a drone.
Yo, they're gonna come from my.
I got both of them. But yeah, let me show you guys some more Skopos tech. Alright guys, so another tidbit that I want to give you guys is that you guys want to be playing with your Skopos. It's really important in situations where you need to catch the attackers off guard. And a specific instance of where playing with your Skopos is good is that the attacker is going to Deimos track me. So I've been targeted by Deimos right here. I can see right now he's bottom main. I'm going to switch. Alright, so he's going to think my Skopos is in armory. I just catch him off guard just like that.
Mission successful.
Because his death mark is still on the old Skopos, so that's just an instance of playing with your Skopos just gets you free kills, and that's also why she's really good for roaming. I'm pretty sure I'm not sure about like Jackal. Actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure because in their introduction, like Jackal got caught off guard. So yeah, I'm pretty sure any scanning up, except for like Dokubi, obviously, you could basically catch people off guard. It'll be stuck on your old Skopos, and you could just play with your new Skopos. That's really why she's good at roaming. She'll catch those roaming targeted ops down. But yeah. All right, guys, all right, guys, the next Skopos tip that I want to show you guys, which is kind of contradicts the last one that I just showed you, is that you probably want to have a Skopos in sight only, and if only, you're just going to like roam entry points and only going to roam for like a few with Skopos. And let me show you why. So right here, I have an attacker pushing me up. Oh. And right there, you see, he got me to 33 HP. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch, chalk that Skopos because he's probably going to kill it now. And instead of taking an unfavorable gunfight where I'm low, I can switch to my Skopos in sight, and now I'm fully HP, and I just got him low. Alright guys, and as you can see in my Skopos right here, you just heard him place a Claymore, and you just don't want to switch when there's a Claymore on your Skopos, or if you like hear a Nomad, or maybe Gridlocks, just any flank device that like that could kill you when you switch. You don't want to switch your Skopos. And you might be asking, Lime, how do I know when there's something on my Skopos? Well, you don't, but there's a high chance that if an attacker has pushed where your Skopos is, and either number one, it's not very hidden, number two, they like griefed with the glass or something, or number three, you just like hear them nearby, or like you just think something's up, like something's like a feeling in your titties or something. I don't know, bro. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, anything that you have a feeling of, look, if I switch right here, you just fucking instantly die. I thought you had to move. No, you just fucking instantly die. So definitely do not switch with your Skopos if they have just don't switch your Skopos if they place Claymores, alright? Alright, let's head up to the next defending up. Alright guys, for the next defender, we have Mute. Now, Mute is basically an all-around good op, but the reason why you want to learn him specifically compared to others is that he is a really good op for anti-gadget and anti-intel. And what that means is that you could cut off basically any electronic device, really. I think ace charges, drones, I mean, I can't think off the top of my head, but basically every electronic device in the game you can counter with mute. So right here I'm gonna place a mute jammer, and you want to be placing it in the corners. You saw the range of the mute jammer, it only hit like half of the doorway, but I mean drones are so thick. So right here, if he tries to go in the corner of the doorway, he still gets caught by the mute jammer, and it's much harder to shoot it because look, actually wait, you can't even see it if it's that far. So that's a really good mute jammer. The only way they could break it is if they have to peek the door and break it. It's going to be really annoying for them to clear that out. So that means they won't be able to drone through that doorway. Or they won't be able to like put any gadgets on that door. But what they could do, is that they could jump their drone above the mute jammer. And now if they do that, then I mean they can't really have a hidden drone spot. Am I right? Like, wait, pick up one of your drones. Alright, now try to jump over the mute jammer. Look, you see how loud that is? I mean, I don't think any seeker drone is getting the sight if you hear that loud jump. So, basically, guys, if you want to cover up lines of doors without them breaking your mute jammers... Actually, you know what? A more better way to say it is that if you don't want, like, your mute jammers to get destroyed, so probably, like, mute jammers that you put in sight, then you probably want to put them hidden like that. Now, other mute jammers, like maybe right here on this door, you probably want to place it closer because there's more of a, because you don't want like them to jump over and get their drones, because you're not going to be able to like hear a drone get past your mute jammer if it's over here. But yeah. Also, guys, a common mistake that I see with mute is that you guys like to place your mute jammers on walls, and while this might be kind of helpful, on the long term, mute jammers are really easy to clear, whether that be with impact, EMP, switch drone, just anything. It's very easy to clear a mute jammer, even shooting it from below. So you don't want to be putting mute jammers on walls. It's just a waste, and you could probably put it in better places. But yeah, even you could thermite a mute jammer, like you could thermite it if it's on the wall, if they repel on the wall. So you really don't want to be putting mute jammers on walls. Alright guys, so now I'm in small tower. Let me show you guys something else you could do with mute that's pretty cool. So right here, I'm on my cam, and we can see this copper forgot to break the cam. Let's see what he's doing. He has a claymore in his hand, and he's placing claymores on small tower window so that I can't hop out on him. Little does he know, I have a mute strat for him. So he's breaking big window. He's droning. Now it's my perfect time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a mute jammer on my hop out window. This works for any window. And you can see signal disruptor went off. I can hop out now. And he would be dead right now if I were to pull the trigger.
Location has been compromised.
So that's an easy way to get kills because people place claymores so that you don't hop out on them. And you could basically place a mute jammer and hop out. As you can see, this claymore is disabled. But this doesn't work for nomads though, so better pray this not a nomad because you will get nomaded. But yeah, so that's something that you could do with mute jammers in order to hop out. And one more thing that I want to show you guys is that mute jammers can actually counter a range, like a wide range of ops, if you didn't know. So right here, I'll just place a mute jammer. And for example, someone that mute counters is Grim. So I'll just place a bunch of mute jammers just to show. It's like an exaggerated effect, but it's still gonna work. And you can shoot your Grims now. So as you can see right there, if the Grims are on the mute jammer, then they actually go off. And this works for other ops too, other gadgets such as what? Dokkaebi calls. I can't think of anything on top of my head, but basically any electronic device. But yeah, also you could catch attackers off guard. He doesn't know I'm here now. Probably he doesn't know because the Grim didn't go off. And now I can swing. There you go. Don't question the aim. But yeah. So that's everything for mute, and it's time to go on to the final defender. Alright guys, so for my honorary mention, right here before we get on to the last defender, we have Azami. Now the reason why she didn't make it to the list is because she's a very specific defender. You don't really need to learn her to like get good at the game, because her gadget's really specific. It's just like take cover and stuff. Not really a lot of like you could learn like it would be better for you to learn other defenders other than Azami because she's so catered, niche, whatever you want to say. But yeah, so I might as well just show you guys some quick Azami tech before we head off to the first defender. So the first one I want to show you guys is that come up main. So if I hear someone coming up main, as you guys might know, you guys could place a zombie to cover the door. So we have a zombie on the door right there, and they might actually try to drone it out, or they might just get caught off guard, just anything. So right here we see on his drone. So what I could do is just quickly impact it, and that's a free kill right there. So that's one way that you can use the zombie. Other ways is that you can make one-way angles. Alright, so right here we have a one-way Azami because I placed some Azamis right here. And in order to make these one-ways is that you need to make it in an angle where they're close to the zombie barricades. They can't melee it though, they're not that close. But they're far enough, but you're far enough so that you can actually see their feet. So right there, the head of the attacker cannot see me, but I can see their feet, and that's just a free kill right there. If they prone obviously or crouch, then I mean you're aiming at dick level, you'll probably get a free headshot. But yeah, so the last thing I want to show you guys is the zombie, which I don't have enough Azami barricades, so let me quickly reset. Alright guys, the last thing I want to quickly show you guys about Azami is that you can make one-way angle, or not one-way angles, you can make pixel angles if you're really good at it. So let me show you one real quick. This is for Oregon, and now you need to kind of learn these probably by like searching through TikToks or YouTube, but let me show you how to do it. So right here, we place the zombie at our feet. We want to look all the way down, walk into it. Oh, I fucked it up, alright. As I was saying, you look at your feet and you just walk in a straight line. Just like that, and it'll make that weird V shape. And then you're going to need another zombie, and you're going to want to look at this line right here. See that line? Very distinct line. And what you're going to do is you're going to want to maybe look down a little bit. Wait, let me back up so I'm not too close. So that line right there. Look down maybe just a bit. Place your zombie. And if I didn't fuck it up, let's see. Yep, I didn't fuck it up. Should have this little pixel peak, and it's basically impossible to die on. So I'm just gonna get my goon to go to trophy. Now you don't want to be too close to that angle, and as you can see, he's demo tracking me. He's gonna try to shoot me, but it's basically impossible for him to see me. And you see right here, I have a clear angle, so when he's peeking trophy door, I could just shoot,
Op
and that's a
4
free shot right
eliminated.
there.
Mission successful.
But yeah, that's everything for Azami, and especially for that barricade specifically, you want to make sure you can get it as tight as you can, and for other angles too, you just want tight angles. And yeah. Alright guys, now this might shock you, but our last operator that I want to show you guys is Thorn. Now Thorn is not in the meta right now, but you still want to learn her. Trust me, you guys want to learn her because she might not be a good trap up, but there's a lot of stuff that you guys can learn from her. So let me tell you right now. So first of all, her Thorn traps are kind of like prox alarms. You can place them in places and they'll ignite. So for example, let me place one right here and the trophy couch. And you also want to make sure they're like hidden behind obstacles so they aren't too easy to get spotted by drones, and also they aren't too easy to shoot by attackers. So he's gonna enter trophy. And I can hear the thorn trap, so I'll know that attacker's there. So really good for getting information. Another thing that you need to use thorn for is denying plants. So let me show you that right now. For example, if they're to plant in this common place in game, I can place a thorn trap. I think this one works. It's really hidden. Actually, I'm not sure if that works. Can you come over here? Try to plant right here. Yeah, see if that goes off. Oh, it does. So yeah, he tries to plant, and as you can see, he has to run away. Alright, so yeah, he only has two options. Either he could run away from the plant, which stops him, and obviously you could probably get a free kill if they're running away. Or if they try to like stick it because they don't react in time, you know, if you're going against someone like Draft or something, and they try to stick it because, you know, they're very unaware and shit, then that's a free kill right there. But yeah, so you can use thorns for denying plant, you can use thorns for information, and you can also use thorns for actually getting kills. So I'm gonna need all my thorn traps, and I'm gonna show you guys how to get how to use thorn traps to get kills. Alright guys, so in order to place your thorn traps in the most best places in order to get kills, you want to be stacking your thorn traps on top of each other. And now I know this contradicts with the other things like denying plant or getting information, but I'm just showing you ways you guys could use thorn traps, whichever one you guys prefer. So right here, I have a thorn trap behind this bed so that they don't like see it until they walk in. You might be able to drone it, but they would have to look back. But yeah, so another way to like hide your thorn traps if there's not really a lot of good places is that if you make a hole on the floor using your gun, it's like really strong for making holes, like as you can see right there, you can actually place the thorn trap right under inside the building or inside the floorboard, so they won't be able to, they're not going to see that definitely. So you can just place, so I already placed made two holes. I'll place both of my thorn traps there. And then you can also, on top of that, if you want, you can place barbed wire on top of the thorn traps. So they're definitely not seeing that. And they're also definitely not seeing this because it also camouflages with the blue of the barbed wire. And now that's also really helpful for like putting it places like big window and such. I'm just putting it here because, you guys heard that? I think I heard a Montang. Looks like he's going to be pushing over here. Oh, yep, Montang just breached in. Thorn traps are going off. Oh, he's in closet. And he's dead, just like that.
Mission successful.
So as you can see, he couldn't really do anything. You see, he ran from the first thorn trap, stuck in the barbed wire, and he's just dead, just like that. And he didn't even know where the thorn traps were because they were under the floorboard. That's how really OP Thorn is. You can't really see it, and they also get kills just like that. You just got to make sure to stack the thorns right on top of each other, and free kills just like that. But yeah, I think that's everything for Thorn. I mean, I already showed you guys so you guys can get kills with them, information. And this is very important for like learning the trap operators in the game. Most of the trap operators you want to like use for intel, and also in Thorn's case you can get kills with her. So that's how I show you guys Thorn. So you definitely want to learn her if you want to like get good at those trap operators. Probably one of like like she's not hard to play, but she's also like not so easy where you don't learn a lot. She has a low skill ceiling floor, but also a very high like roof, so you can learn a lot with her. But yeah, I mean, just to reiterate, I have 3 thorn traps in trophy, and Now he's gonna push trophy. If I'm just holding this. I hear my thorn chest go off. I pre-fire. Okay, that was bad aim for me. I'm not gonna lie. But if you have good aim, then you should be able to get the kill. But yeah, so you want to use your thorn traps in clusters, or if you're gonna like stall and like play sight, you want to like use it to deny plants, or if you want to like roam and then come back to sight, but like have that intel, then you can use it for intel, like such as white stairs. But yeah, that's everything for Thorn, and yeah. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys learned a lot. And I know that like I'm not really good at explaining like why you need to learn as operators, but I hope that like all the tips I showed you guys were really helpful on the specific operators. And trust me, if you guys learn all these operators, then you will get better at the game. They're really helpful for teaching you the basic skills of Siege. And as you notice, all the operators have distinct like abilities that you can use to learn aspects of the game, such as Cade, which you need to start electrifying walls for hard breachers, Valkyrie, which is for intel, Skopos, which is for roaming, Mute, which is for anti-gadget, and Thorn, which is a chat op, also good for intel like Valkyrie. But yeah. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, then make sure to subscribe, like it up, and yeah, Goon, head back to the basement. Alright, we'll see you in the next video. Peace.